Hello everyone, I'm Denise Love, and today we have a color palette challenge that we're gonna do. And what I did today was pick out a color palette from the color cube. I picked out the craziest color palette that I could pull out and thought, okay, this is one that's terrible in my opinion. And wait till you see what I made. It's crazy good. You're not even gonna believe what this color palette turned into. So I can't wait to show you what we've done. So let's get started. I decided today to do a color palette challenge. And the nature of a challenge is to step outside your comfort zone and do something you'd never ever do, or expand upon things that you like, or just discover new things. And I'm going to do one of my big pieces of cut up art because I like doing those. And I thought I'm pulling from the box one in the color cube set. So if you don't know what those are, definitely check out my color cube YouTube video. It's basically a big cube of color palettes, and I like to be able to hold these. And you can certainly search out color palettes on Pinterest if you want to play with different color palettes than what you normally would do. And I can tell you for sure, this is so outside my comfort zone that I almost feel a bit crazy today. So I decided to pull from the Kuretake paint colors. These are the Kuretake watercolors. And I've got these from the 48 piece set, and this one I pulled out of the Art Nouveau set because I was just trying to visually match the colors as closely as I could so I could just play without worrying about mixing colors and stuff like that. So they might not be exact, and when we're all done, this may be just one big crazy mess. But you never know, this color palette may be your most favorite. I don't know. So I just thought, let's be crazy and try a crazy color palette. So I have pulled out, these are called Apple Green, Marigold, Peach, Beige, and Platinum. I love that they give you the hex codes on here if you're doing digital work. So that's like a nice little close-up there of our piece. And so these might not be exact, and my goal is to not be exact. My goal is for the inspiration and the direction. So I've gotten very close. So I have pulled olive green, cadmium orange, Aurelian, ecru beige, and a gray. And then of course I'll be doing some mark making on top of this. I might use some graphite underneath it. I kind of open myself up for allowances after I pick a color palette just to see where we can go. So we are going to be inspired by this one today. So I'm going to set that one back there. I'm going to put the color cube out of the way. And I have pulled out, I have a sampler pack of paper from Jackson's Fine Art, and I love that they made these. They're little quarter sheets of the 33 by 22 sheets of paper, and I love it because they have just a variety of the different nicer papers that they carry the big sheets of. And today I have pulled out number 9 in this pack of 12. So this is a Milford 140 pound 300 GSM cold press paper, and let's just see how it works for us today. So that is what I'm working on today, paper I've never used. And I'm going to tape it down, not because I want it to have an edge, but because I want it to stay put. So I'm going to tape a very tiny edge. And this is one of those where I'm just going to just paint what feels good. This is a very spring, summery kind of color palette. And after this step outside my comfort box, I may never visit it again, but this is the way we discover some of this stuff. Now, I think I'm ready to go. So let's spray some water here on our watercolors and just let them activate. These are the Japanese watercolors. They're honey based. A good amount of water works really well with them. And even though all these colors are in my piece, I can see that each color has like a different level of dominance. And so I might think in my piece, do I want the colors equally represented, or do I want a lot of one color and then dashes of other colors and just see what that gives us? So we're just going to experiment. I am kind of feeling good about the gray. I do like this kind of medium. It's almost like an ochre, so I may have picked the wrong yellow. I might look at these yellows again, because I almost think that looks like a yellow ochre. Oh, see, now I do actually like this one better, because I've got the 48 piece set here. So let's just redecide here. That yellow is awfully bright and wasn't really doing it for me. So now that orange is super bright, and maybe we'd want something like burnt sienna. Oh, see now. Ooh, oh, that's what we wanted. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm glad I rethought that a little bit. Because if you look over here now at our color palette, I'm feeling quite a bit better about those color shades that we've got going in there. And I feel like that fits that card a little better anyway. So, and we have a little gray to start us off. Okay, now I'm feeling better. Now I'm feeling better. Okay, let me wet that. Ooh, see, now I'm feeling like we're going to get some gold in here later. That's all right. We'll start with, let's just start with the gray. Yummy, nice, creamy. We already got it here. And I'm just going to paint this on here, roll my brush around, just get it started. Ooh, you know what I think I would like? Now that I've got it started with that, I think I need to pull out my Winsor Newton number 4 calligraphy brush. This one I'm using is my favorite Raphael number 0 quill. But I'm feeling like, as I rolled that around, that I'm thinking I would like the unpredictability of the calligraphy brush. See, I like that, the way that this does. It's very unpredictable. I'm not going to get that same smoothness that I got with that regular brush. I love the experimenting. That's what's so fun about something like this. And this paper is really nice. And it's handling the color really well, so that's fun. Like, what if we do mostly gray? I was going to say, you know, leave your least favorite color out of there, but now that I switched that orange and that yellow, I'm actually kind of liking these better. And then I consider white and black neutrals, so you could always come back. Let's go in here with this. I don't think I wet that one down. I think that was burnt sienna. I'm thinking now. See, now what we could do is we could mix these in. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty color. I could do shapes. I could do some line work. Oh, see, now I'm all ready. I mean, I was really trying to push myself. Step way outside anything I was comfortable and normally doing and just see what I thought. And I thought, oh, probably going to hate this color palette, but check it out now that we've started. Oh, pull like one that you think, oh, this one's terrible, I think I'm going to hate it. And then see, how can you make it something that you're like, oh, that was a total surprise. Of course, we're not done yet, though, so don't quote me yet. Oh, yeah. See, I like the scratchiness of this brush here. Now, I'm kind of wondering, okay, so let's work some of these other colors in here. Ooh, that was a strong color. Whoa. Strong yellow. I don't know, is that strong in a good way? See, we could also take the tip of this and start doing some shapes. We don't have to like paint normal paint like I was doing. We can make this start doing some stuff. And this is that ecru kind of color. Let's just see what that does. Meh. And then this green, let's just make ourselves do it. And now that I've thrown that in as a little accent there, I don't hate it. I'm going, okay. I can feel it. All right, we're feeling kind of crazy here now. I don't know. I'm doubting it. Are you doubting it? I'm doubting it. I'm gonna just throw a little bit of water, make these in some damp areas. You can't do this when it's too wet, but you can do it in the areas where it's kind of damp, and it'll make that color kind of bloom out and just see what we can make it do. And I think at this point I need to let this dry a little bit, and then we can decide what we want to do on top of that. It's all about layers with some of these pieces, but I do think I did a really good job of hitting all the colors here in our piece. So let's let this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, this is dry, and I was just pulling some stencils out of my stencil stash here because I think I'm going to add some stencil work to this to give it some nice contrast and maybe some areas that I can then focus on pulling out of here. And I'm kind of conflicted because, and don't ask me where this one came from, let's see. Oh, it's the Crafters Workshop 210S, and it's a whole bunch of numbers. And I'm kind of wondering, do we want like a little section of numbers in here? Or did I want it to be some really girly things in here? Because I've got this little set of 2 stencils. I think it's like a left and a right, like that. But I'd cut it in half, or it came cut in half. I don't know. This is Adam Tenenbaum 2013. overlayair.com, so this might be one that I got off Etsy or something, but I'm kind of thinking that these little swirls and stuff are super cool, and that might be something that I could lay in there. Would the letters be too grungy if I did that? I need some votes here. And then I always like halftone circles. Also got like this pretty little mandala looking thing from Deco Art Americana 201501. It's really pretty. Oh, I don't know. And then I like this one kind of as an underlayer stencil, like a little bit of a wall kind of look here. What was this? This one is Stencil Girl S921. And I like these dots from Deco Art Americana 202006. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling some of these. Let's just give it a try here. And then I've also pulled out my little bucket of Arteza paints because I like all the colors that came in, and it'd be fairly easy for me to maybe pick a few colors without doing a whole lot of extra mixing, like this oxide yellow. I feel like is pulling out the yellow that we used. I really liked that deep red color. Oh, we've also got, like, I always reserve the right to do any kind of metallics that I want to do. So we have some copper. So let me pull some of these colors out and stencil some stuff and just see what we get. This Mars orange looks very similar to the burnt sienna, and this oxide yellow was very close to that yellow ochre. Olive green, very similar to olive green. So I might start with that, and then we could maybe do a light white or on top of that. I don't know. Ooh, I've got some blue. No, I don't want that. Let me pull out a white. Oh, there's the white. Let's pull those out. I think the only other color I didn't pull out was this kind of buff color, but that's okay. And then, of course, always reserve space for punchinella. We might pull that out in a moment. Alright, so this is Arteza Olive Green. Let's just start with this. I've got plenty of little dry artist sponges that I've cut up. Maybe let's start with some little green dots and stuff here. Let's just see. Oh, yeah. See, I need that. This is what makes pieces like this work. It's the layers. You know, so often you get started, you're on the first layer, you're on that first layer and you're like, oh, I'm doubting myself. I don't know if I like this. But if you will just continue on and put some layers on top of that, man, your whole piece just transforms every single time. Oh, loving the dots. Okay, so this is a good one. Deco Art Americana 202006. And it's kind of like little lines of hexagons, but look how good they look. Ha 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 ha. Good choice. Okay, you know, I almost want, even though I put it back, I almost want this one, the Crafters Workshop 210S. I don't know, I just kind of want to throw some numbers in here. Let's just, oh, see, now that's super fun. That actually, you're like, what is that? You don't really know, but it's kind of like a fun little surprise. Like a little surprise of graffiti under there. I love it. I love it. That's exactly what I was kind of thinking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, super fun. Oh yeah. Okay, I like it. Okay, I feel better now. Threw that one in there. Okay, what else do we got over here? I really like this thing, so let's do some of that thing. Ooh, maybe in the yellow. This is Oxide Yellow, which is very much like a ochre color. Let me just throw that sponge in some water. Oh yeah, see, I like to layer these too and just see like, what does that get? And I'm using a dry sponge with each color. You don't want it to be a wet sponge, and you don't want the paint to be too wet, because then it just kind of seeps underneath your stencil. Look at that. Whoa, super fun. And at this point, I'm still not thinking about composition. I'm not worried about what I'm putting where. I'm just kind of going with the flow. And these make for like the best paint days, because then you just end up with surprises and you're like, dang, I love that. And I didn't even know I was going to love it. Okay, I like that. Now I'm feeling Mars Orange. Let's get that out there. Ooh, look at this color. This is a pretty color. Okay. And I don't really think I've ever tried these on anything, so gonna be a little surprise for both of us. All right, let me get another sponge, and let's just see. I mean, I could go ahead and do it that way and this away with both parts there. I don't know, we'll see. Let's just start it right. Oh, yeah, oh, let's just come off of here. I'm feeling this better. What I really like is this little string of hearts right there. And then once we get it on there, we might think, oh, that was too much. I don't know. We're just going to go with the flow and just see. We might hate it. And you know what? We can put another layer right on top. I don't get hung up on stuff like that on these pieces. All right, let's see what we got. Whoa! Super fun! Okay, oh man, I'm liking that. Let's do that over here. Totally what I was hoping for. And when we cut this up, we just may be keeping a portion of that. I don't know. It's not like I'm putting that in a specific place and we're trying to get the whole piece of it. We're going to get parts and pieces possibly, but it's going to give us layers and levels of interest. Oh, pretty stuff. Okay, now, what do you think? What are we thinking? Are we thinking, I'm thinking punchinella. Definitely feeling like some punchinella. Also kind of feeling like, I don't know, white? Do we want white dots? Maybe white dots. I had another dot thing in here that had, oh, see, here we go. The Crafter's Workshop, this yummy dot here. This is Script Dots, TCW807S, as in Sam. Oh, see, look at these. Look at these. Okay, I'm feeling these. Maybe in the white. What do you think about white? And then we can still put gold on top of that. I don't know. This right here, oh, I actually, you know, threw this color palette out there as a challenge to myself to be like, okay, pick one out of here that you would never in a million years have selected to do. And I want you to do that one. And that's what I did. I set my challenge for myself, something that I would never in a million years think that I would like or normally gravitate towards or pull, and say, oh, look at that. Oh, yes. That is pretty. Let's put this over here. Pick a color palette that's just crazy. Like you're looking at that and you may be thinking, that's my colors. And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, that's so far outside my comfort zone. It was crazy of me to pick it up. And so, oh yeah, look at that. And so that's what my goal was today. Pick something just crazy. And look at this. I mean, are you not super impressed so far? Because I'm kind of impressed. Let me stick that in the water. Okay, I'm going to let these stencils dry for just a little bit while I move some stuff around. And I'm going to come back and we'll cut this up and add any finishing marks and just see what we ended up with. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so I pulled out some little color palette, some viewfinders, and you know, you can make these little viewfinders from yourself. This is 4 little pieces of watercolor paper that I have taped together to give me whatever size I was looking for at this time that I was making these. This is about 6.5 by 6.5, so you can kind of make your own. And 6.5 is kind of fun as I'm like looking around this thing right here. Look at that. I like how this comes in here. I also have like a little bitty one that's like 3 by 3, and this is like a 3.5 by 5. So these are pre-made mats from the art store or the framing store. Now I can kind of, if I like this tallness rather than squareness, I could do this. And I have a bigger one. So we can, and I think this is like 5 by 7. So you kind of have choices here on what you can do for viewfinders. You can get some pre-made mats in some ready-made sizes that you know would be easy for people to frame. Because if you're making these with the intent of maybe selling it and you want it to be, you know, easy for people to frame stuff, then you might go with standard sizes when you cut some of these out. And I like this size. It's a good size. And if you do the double mat, then you can cut the piece to the size of the bigger one. And then when it gets framed out with the 2, it fits in. Look at that. It fits in there nicely. Okay, oh my gosh, I already see several that I'm like, whoo, let's peel this tape. This totally was a great painting day so far. I was not expecting to like this at all. Yet look at that. I mean, because from this, I'm like, yeah, let's try that. Let's push ourselves and challenge. And look at this. Let's peel that tape. I mean, I almost like it is. Like, should we even cut it up? Some of my favorite parts in art making is the cut up part though. So I'm going to cut it up. But if you like yours in one piece, keep it one big piece. Because this is... these colors, this Kiritaki Genza Tembi paints are just gorgeous. Now we can look at it in different, whoa, look! Oh my goodness, look at that. You know what this looks like to me? It looks like an art journal cover, because this could be the spine and both sides. Can you see that? Total art journal. Because we could just make our own. We could fold that up, and that's the total cover of our art journal. Dang, this is pretty. Oh, these are just so pretty. Let's look at this. Okay, so are there any, see now I like that number showing through. I'm so glad I did that. Ooh, see that one right there? Are you feeling that one? I'm kind of feeling that one. Love how that comes in. And I see that we've got some room for maybe some decoration and embellishment after the fact. I could come back with some Posca. Ooh, I could come back with some Punchinella. Seriously, every time I think of Punchinella, I get excited. I'm kind of loving that. This one, I'm kind of thinking, oh, we could go this way, or ooh, we could come back this way. Oh, see that one right there. Totally feeling that one. Let me tell you, this is what I like about this one. I love that this is kind of coming in from the edge, so it's off-centered. It's not in the center. I love that we have this kind of block wall stencil kind of look kind of coming here. It's like we framed it out. Oh, this one. This one. Okay, so let's commit, because that's gorgeous. And I'm just going to take a pencil. I got a pencil over here somewhere. Here we go. I'm just going to take a pencil and draw that out, so I can just cut that. Dudes, that is crazy gorgeous. Let's just cut that one out. Oh, that right there totally made the whole day. And then I use all the leftover pieces. Don't get rid of, this paper feels pretty good cutting it. It buckled more than I expected. But when it dried, it flattened back out. So that was nice that it did that. But I keep all the extra pieces. You can do collage work with these. You can cut out your own little shapes. You can make, these could be part of, you know, some heart prompts. And cut out little shapes. You could also bookmarks, great bookmarks. It could be, you can make the little pieces into micro pieces of art and include them in like gift cards. It could be gift tags. I mean, look at that. How beautiful did that turn out? Like, I'm just like gobsmacked, truly, like so stunned because this was not what I thought I'd get at the end. I mean, I really thought, I'm not gonna make this work and you're never gonna see this video. Look at that. Oh my goodness, people. Ooh, see, and now I'm loving, because I've got that coming through there. I'm loving this one here, and I feel like this right here is the pear. Oh yeah. Oh, dudes. These are just so much prettier than I even hoped. This is why I love doing challenges, because look what we discover when we do stuff like this. Like, I know when you saw that you thought, ugh. Or I did anyway. I thought, yeah, this is the true challenge part of that word challenge. And now I'm so excited about these colors together that, man, I would totally do this again. Okay, check it out. Check it out. Oh my gosh. Look, and it's like a beautiful matching pear. Whoa! And look at this. I mean, we've got some yummy pieces of art like right in here. Like, I could totally, if the paper was big enough, we could maybe have some little pieces to frame. Oh, totally, like right there. Just barely, but look how pretty that is. I'm liking that it's got this little block mark in there. I could add a little more marks on top, maybe some stencil work. Oh, I'm kind of feeling that. Let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and save that one. See, look at that. Now you can see what I'm talking about. Those squares in there, and then we could post a pin or do another stencil as a little more extra decoration. Nice. Okay, so these are a little smaller than that, but check it out. These would be perfect gift tags. These would be great collage pieces, great bookmarks. I mean, we've got some good stuff going there. Okay. Oh, look at these. Oh, crazy. And then I almost feel like these actually don't need anything else, but you could take, if you needed to, add a little extra, you know, mark making or anything like that. Like on this, we could come back with Posca pen. Oh, I'm absolutely loving this one right here, but look, I could come in with some yummy dots. Oh yeah, see, totally. Look at that, just that little bit. It didn't even need like a whole lot. Totally love that. And then this one, look how gorgeous that is. I don't even think it needs extra stuff on top, but you could keep on working it. Oh, gorgeous. Look around for some pretty swirly stencils. This one may or may not still be available. I had it set up for several years. I don't even know where it came from. But check out today's challenge. How did we do? What do you think? I can't wait to see what you create out of these colors. So I hope you enjoyed painting with me today. I can't wait to see what you're creating. Hit the subscribe button on my channel, and I'll see you with the next color challenge.